What's up? Vic McDermott here.
Hey guys.
We are down at the Historic Theater in Jackson, Michigan. That is the Michigan Theater, and it is Tech Day for the upcoming production of Jesus Christ Superstar here in downtown Jackson at the Historic Michigan Theater. And I'm here with Nicholas Berkemeier,
Hello.
who is playing the role of Simon Zealots
Yes, sir.
in this upcoming production. Now, I'm playing a role in this production as well, but I did the show once before, and when I did the show before, I was Simon Zealots.
Yes.
And in some of my research for that role, I realized that the term "to be a zealot,"
Yes, like extra for God. Like
Yeah.
over the top sometimes, kind of zealousy.
it comes from this person, right? The disciple of Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And I wonder, like, as a method actor,
Mm-hmm.
we draw from certain things of our own experience, perhaps, And I'm wondering, what are you zealous about in your own personal life that you might be drawing from for this role?
So for this role, I'm already kind of a God kind of person. Jesus and God and stuff like that, and I actually even made a song that kind of fits my role because it's very kind of like hardcore Christian kind of thing. But I kind of float back and forth. I'm not perfect like everyone else, and not to say that there is a perfect really, but that was one of the things that I kind of did to get into my role a little bit more. And also just to kind of like try to spread the word of Jesus, and it's something that I think this play kind of does, whether or not everyone's into it or not, but it's a beautiful thing. It's fun, and this theater is just gorgeous. It's a wonderful place to just do this and have a good time. I think everyone's enjoying themselves quite a bit, and I think it's going to be a great show.
That's great, and I love how you mentioned, because in this play,
Mm-hmm.
we do have, the Christian perspective is that we have this image of perfection,
Mm-hmm.
But we also are allowed to see that, perfection in action doesn't necessarily mean without struggle. So we see
Without flaw. We have our human sides to
the
us.
struggles of Jesus
Yes.
throughout the play, and particularly this interaction with Simon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you brought up that you were a songwriter.
I am a songwriter, yes. I go
Yeah.
by Nick Jake. That's my tag. That's my handle. So.
Yeah, and I wonder, as far as like the musical theater side of, is there any transition that you've made between like what you perceive as like, songwriting or pop music or contemporary Christian music even, and how it relates to this specific piece?
How it relates, so I can tell you one thing about how it didn't really relate, first off, is that singing these high notes in this song, there's a lot of high notes in my song, and I had to kind of like acclimate to that over these weeks that we've been doing this. But one thing I can say is I have been on stage quite a bit in my life, and maybe not as much as the next performer, but I do a lot of like camera work just with my iPhone, kind of like talking about my day and stuff. So it makes me feel a little bit more comfortable. This is the most comfortable I felt, and part of it's due to being around such awesome people who are in the cast. But another part of it's just that over the years, ever since I did Oliver when I was a kid, I have kind of developed a sense of self and self-worth, self-esteem kind of thing, and so I've been more comfortable acting my part on the stage, which is exciting for me. It's a milestone, you could say.
Well, that's awesome, and it's a credit to the Michigan Theater, who is bringing live theater back to downtown Jackson, so that we can have outcomes like this, where people get the opportunity to get up on a stage.
And I might just say really quick that when I first signed on to this, when we were reading through our parts, I was like, man, this is probably just going to be sort of like a so-so kind of thing. But as it's coming together, I can really see it's going to be a pretty big thing. you know, this thing, the production level is just high quality. It's exciting. And even right now, they're going through the lighting cues and stuff like that, and it's just like really coming together. So I think if you do come and check out the play, you're really gonna probably be pretty blown away by it, I think.
It shall be a spectacle of sight and sound. Jesus Christ Superstar this April at the historic Michigan Theater in downtown Jackson. I'm Victor McDermott. This is Nicholas Berkemeier, and we'll see you next time.